10 p.m. or so, and I've had a pretty rough day. No, I ended up going to Sephro and meeting with Carrie. Got me going a little bit. Going through this many transitions is kind of absurd. I'll talk more about that later, but I actually found a way to, I don't know, not exactly cheer myself up, but get my mind off everything, and that is unpacking. It's just gonna take a lot of work. A bunch of suitcases full of stuff. Got everything going, you got the med kit. I mean, the amount of stuff you bring with the amount of stuff Peace Corps gives you, it kind of adds up pretty quickly. So, it's about 11 o'clock or so, and like I said, it's been a hard day. It's my first full day on my own, so it's another transition. I feel like I've been through about 20 of these, though the big transitions have only been about 3 or 4, but this is the last big one, I think. And a lot is not what I expected, which is what Peace Corps has been telling me about. First off, the realization that I'm living alone is hitting me. I've never truly lived alone. Lived with friends, lived with my parents before that. Had about a month that I kind of lived on my own, but I more so lived at the coffee shop. So you have that mixed with the fact that I completely messed up lunch. Kind of burnt some beans. So I'm starting to come to the realization that I am an awful cook when I only have scratch to work with. And I don't know, a lot's compounding, and all that is compounding with a massive realization of how much I left back home. The more I talk with my friends, the more I talk with my family, it's pretty heavy. I left America in a quasi-relationship. I left a couple, or 3 really good friends, and it's difficult now. A few weeks ago, my quasi-relationship fell apart, as I was expecting. I think we all kind of expected it. I've met a lot of people here in Peace Corps who are engaged or in relationships, and we all know the statistics. I mean, 27 months apart. It's difficult unless you find ways to meet each other. And mine fell apart quickly because it was short-lived beforehand. But it's pretty hard to deal with here. It's hard. At the same time, the people I want to talk to are back in America. My 3 closest friends, there's 2 in Colorado and 1 in Washington, and they they understand a little bit of what I'm going through, but there's obviously a huge aspect that can't be understood. And then you mix that with the fact that it's hard to communicate with them. We Facebook, I try to Skype, but it doesn't seem to work very often. And so my support system can't be in America. I want it to be because those are the people I know, but it can't be. So I build a makeshift one here, and it's becoming my real one. I go to Sephro and meet with Carrie all the time because we support each other, and it's kind of interesting. It's hard not wanting to go home sometimes. You think like, I already made it 105 days or so here, but then you're like, oh, there's 700 days left. You have the days that are amazing, like a few of the days where I teach, I love, can actually get through to the kids. And then you have the days like today where there really isn't much to do. I got a haircut. I bought blankets and pillows. And for the most part, I sat around trying to figure out what to do with my day. Scared about the fact that this might be how most of my days play out, so I need to figure something out. I just explained a lot, and that's what it feels like. You have 8 different massive stresses pushing in different directions all the time that every day ends up turning out completely unexpected, either in a good way or in a bad day. Today started, and for the most part was a very bad day. But after talking with Carrie, I'm wanting to turn it into a good day. I want to take this and be like, if I don't go back to America, what do these 2 years mean to me? How can I use these 2 years to make myself a better person? To make myself do good here? I mean, half of my mission is to be the volunteer here. The other half is to integrate and figure out stuff for myself. It's not like it's a job. It is a job, that's what I meant. It's a job. And I do want to do great here, but at the same time, I want to see myself become a better person. I want to see the relationships that I grow here do well. And I want to be able to make stronger relationships when I go home. Wherever and whenever that is. I think I just needed to get that off my chest.